Hey everyone, Kojak here. This video will cover talisman making and magical salvaging, and a few points on scavenging, as there are some questions on how talisman making works. So, talisman making requires a container, a fragment, a curio, gold dust, and a soul essence. The levels of those items will dictate the level of talisman that is created, but the key to getting a plus 24 are mainly the container, because it is very easy to obtain level 200 items for everything else, but the containers, those tend to be rather difficult. The container can be purchased from Shorel the Lucky here for 3 of these champion marks, which are for speedrunning dungeons, for 1500 of the war tokens from any crafting vendor, and I believe that they are also obtainable for the middle tier of the weekend scenario event if you were to complete that. The other way to obtain the plus 24 talismans are from the quickest way is from Shorel the Lucky, and that would be by spending 4 of these champion marks to purchase a box of otherworldly talismans. You will get 2, but they are randomized, so you are not guaranteed to get the stat that you want or might need. Anyway, talisman making requires both scavenging and salvaging. You cannot obtain all the items from one gathering skill only. In this way, talisman making does differ from apothecary. Scavenging will drop fragments, gold dust, and curios. So fragments, gold dust, and then these curios. Where magical salvaging will drop fragments, gold dust, and soul essences. Additionally, scavenging will not produce weapon skill, initiative, or toughness fragments. These can only be obtained by salvaging items. So basically, by taking your gear and sharding it for the specific stat that you want, again, toughness, initiative, and weapon skill, or strength, willpower, wounds, etc. The only way to obtain armor talisman fragments is from scavenging. You cannot salvage for armor talisman fragments. So, it's helpful to have 2 characters who can level up, 1 to level scavenging and 1 to level salvaging. Remember, each character can only have 1 of these gathering skills and only 1 crafting skill. So the same character cannot have both scavenging and salvaging. You can have a scavenger and a tally maker, you can have a salvager and a tally maker, but you cannot have scavenging and salvaging along with talisman making. I would suggest taking scavenging on a DPS character that can farm mobs easily, so White Lion, a tougher engineer, even a slayer will work as well. Again, just my suggestions, you can do it however you want. I prefer to take magical salvaging on my tanks and heals, as those are usually needed for dungeon runs. That's what most people tend to call out for. And if you get lucky, or if you're with a good group or a gilded group, people should be more amenable to passing on gear that either has already been obtained by their class or that is not needed by anyone, so that you can take it and then salvage it for what you need. To learn the talisman making skill, please head to Altdorf and speak with this character, Lucas Gelderin, the Hedge Wizard. Learn the trade skill, and then speak with this character, Elsbeth, to learn scavenging, or Franklin over here to learn salvaging. Again, you're going to need to pick up one or the other in terms of the gathering skills, even though you will be able to have both scavenging and talisman making on the same character, or salvaging and talisman making on the same character. This Iron Breaker is a salvager as well as a talisman maker. You can farm tier 1 green gear, levels 1 all the way up to whatever, in order to send over to your salvager, so that the gear can be sharded, so that you can obtain the soul essences that you'll need, as well as more direct fragments. Scavengers can go out there as well, down in tier 1, and begin to farm for gold dust, low-level fragments, as well as the curios, which you will need. You can purchase curios from Actually, no, this is the wrong one. From the craft supply merchants, when you begin, which are these mojo coins. Talisman making level 1, as well as Soul Essence is level 1. So if you don't mind spending a little bit of silver and or a little bit of copper in order to get the first set of materials that you need, you will be able to, but after level 1, as you can see, you will be able to purchase fragments, specific blue fragments, using war tokens, again the PvE, but aside from the these two boxes, there's literally nothing in between that you can purchase from them. If you go to the guild hall and speak with the merchant there, more boxes are available, including these fabricated artisan's relic box. This is what I use on average for most of my talisman making. Once you've obtained a few fragments, gold dust, curios, soul essences, you're ready to buy some of those containers, and then you can hit V or just open your abilities, click on General, go to Talisman Making, click the icon, and then this window will open up. For example, right-click on the container to load it here. I do have a number of these toughness fragments, purple level, which I got from sharding level 40 dungeon gear. I believe that I got these from a Bastion Stair run, or perhaps it was Gunbad where I just sharded a bunch of red eye. Right-click to load the fragment, and then right-click to load up the gold. In this case, I'm going to do a level 200. Everything will be 200 on this. Level 200 curio, and then a soul essence. So once you have all three of these loaded up, you'll be ready to click fuse. Please note here, it says this will make a potent talisman. This indicates that you're going to be making a end game level talisman that will be leveled much higher than what you will start out with in the beginning. When you're ready, keep an eye on this bar. I always try to crit, and in this case we created a superior talisman of the champion, so this is a plus 23, level 32. Plus 24, again, it is possible to get a crit using one of these level 150 boxes, and that will give you a plus 24 talisman, but the only way to guarantee getting a plus 24 on a talisman making fuse is by using a Master Artificer's Reliquary, which, once again, as you can see, are very expensive. 1,500 of these tokens does take a long time to obtain. 3 of the champion marks will also be able to buy this from Shoro the Lucky, as we saw before, or once a week you can get one from the scenario weekly rewards, if you were to complete it and if that's what you choose instead of, say, the Genesis Crests. That concludes the brief overview and explanation as to how talisman making works. I guess I could very quickly show you how to shard some gear. Open up your bag, so long as you have some gear. Left click on Magical Salvaging, it'll give you the hammer. Click on an item in your bag, and then you can choose the level or the fragment that you will produce. In this case, we'll do Strength. And then it gave me a Savage Potent Slag and a Singing Essence. So Singing Essence is 175. The only way you'll be able to get 200 gear is if it is, I believe, purple and up and level 40. So again, this is why I prefer to run dungeons on this tank, so that I can get, especially bags out of Gunbad. You'll be able to get 12 of them if you complete every boss. For the gold bags, the purple bags, take the items and then shard purple and up in order to get purple fragments. This does not hold true for lower level items that drop, such as Obliterator, Devastator, or Annihilator gear from ORBR. I have tested this on other gear that I have dropped, but I've already sharded it, so I am unable to show you how that works. If you have any questions, please either message me in-game or here on Discord. I would be happy to answer and help out with whatever I can. Thanks very much, and good luck making some tallies.